أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي رب زدني علما صدق الله العظيم. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Engineer Athar Mehboob Sahab, distinguished guests, scholars, policy makers, philanthropists, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Today, I speak about a powerful, faith-rooted solution that can address Pakistan's most urgent challenges: Islamic social finance through the timeless instruments of zakat, waqf, sadaqat, Qarz-e-Hasan, and Islamic microfinance. We can redistribute wealth, create perpetual institutions of welfare, empower the vulnerable, and drive inclusive, sustainable growth, all while advancing the United Nations Sustainable Goal, SDGs. Pakistan faces enormous hurdles, multi-dimensional poverty affecting nearly 40% of our people, millions of out-of-school children, healthcare gaps, and widening inequality. Yet, within our Islamic heritage lie a ready-made system of social justice that remains vastly underutilized. Considering zakat alone, recent national survey shows that over 50 million Pakistanis already contribute more than 619 billion, approximately 2.2 billion dollars in zakat every year, an amount that exceeds the entire budget of Benazir Income Support Program. Yet, this is only a fraction of the true potential. Estimates place Pakistan's zakat potential between 1.74% and even up to 7% of GDP, enough to close the national poverty gap entirely if collected and deployed effectively. Globally, the picture is even more compelling. According to UNDP, annual zakat flow could reach 1 trillion, while Waqf endowment assets likely exceed 2.5 trillion, far larger than commercial Islamic finance sector. Remarkably, around 70% of Muslims worldwide already participate in zakat, showing the natural inclusiveness of this system. Islamic social finance is not merely charity, it is justice and economic empowerment. Zakat and Sadaqat redistribute wealth to the 8 asnaf categories. Waqf create perpetual endowments for schools, hospitals, clean water, and a skilled center. Qarz-e-Hasan offer interest-free loan that preserve dignity. Islamic microfinance provide flexible Sharia-compliant financing to SMEs and the unbanked. These instruments align perfectly with Sustainable Development Goals of United Nations. SDG 1, no poverty, and SDG 2, zero hunger, through direct support and productive effort. SDG 3, good health, and SDG 4, quality education via work funded hospitals, clinics, and scholarships. SDG 5, gender equality. SDG 10, reduce inequality by prioritizing women, widows, orphans, and marginalized groups. SDG 8, decent work and economic growth through entrepreneurship and skills development. Major UNDP report on zakat in Indonesia found that recipient experienced a 27% increase in average monthly impact after assistance. Concrete evidence of real measurable change. Blockchain enabled platform for zakat and waqf are already improving transparency, reducing costs, and reaching more beneficiaries faster. Scholarly research confirms that potential and comprehensive bibliometric analysis of 732 peer-reviewed articles between year 2000 and 2022 on Islamic social finance reveals explosive growth. 106 publication in 2022 alone with three core themes: holistic Islamic socio-economic empowerment, impactful Islamic finance optimization, and Islamic socio-economic advancement. The literature consistently shows these instruments promote financial inclusion, poverty alleviation, economic growth, and community well-being. Yet the same studies highlight critical gap: robust impact measurement, stronger governance and compliance in zakat instrument, comparative studies on microfinance and better policy framework. These gaps are precisely why we need instrumental innovation. That is why I proposed to the Vice Chancellor earlier even, and he discussed during his talk here today again, the establishment of a center for Islamic social finance for development in Pakistan, ideally hosted at the Al Kausar University, Karachi, operating directly through its flagship School of Islamic Scholars and Leaders. By anchoring the center in SISL, we achieve perfect synergy. Scholars who master classical fiqh of zakat, waqf, and sadaqat will simultaneously be trained in modern governance, digital collection platforms, impact measurements, policy advocacy, and community implementation. Graduates will emerge not only as knowledgeable ulama but as a practical leaders who can establish work projects, reform zakat institutions, scale Islamic microfinance, and integrate faith-based finance into national development strategies. This center would conduct cutting-edge research and policy advocacy, train zakat institutions, waqf managers, and microfinance provider, develop digital collections platforms, transparent governance standards, and impact measurement frameworks, foster public-private partnership, and integrate Islamic social finance with national programs such as Benazir Support Program and Pakistan Baitul Mal. Documents and scale successful model so that faith-based finance become a recognized, measurable contributor to Pakistan SDG reporting. Ladies and gentlemen, The time for fragmented ad hoc charity is over. The Ummah, and Pakistan in particular, must channel its collective financial, intellectual, and its spiritual capital into systemic, institutionalized, sustainable development. Islamic social finance is justice and action. It is practical expression of Maqasid Sharia, preserving faith, life, intellect, lineage, and wealth. Let us commit today, government, scholars, philanthropists, the private sector, and development partners, to make Islamic social finance a cornerstone of Pakistan's development strategy. By doing so, we shall lift millions out of poverty, achieve the sustainable development goals as a lived Islamic reality, and offer the world a model of how faith, finance, and sustainable development can walk together in hand. Pakistan's rise will be the Ummah's life. Pakistan Zindabad.